patients that have Lyme disease, where prior to that, they really, under our Department of Public Health standards, could not do the long-term antibiotics that were required to really treat someone with the disease, which was great. The problem is the insurance companies still won't cover it. So we're kind of back to square one. So we're going to be working very intensely on the Lyme disease through the post-audit and oversight. And labor and workforce development is my other committee, and I really can't tell you what we're doing because we have not had a meeting yet. So, I don't know, it's a little disheartening. But anyway, if I do and when I do, I'll certainly update you on that. But that's sort of the major, the other major thing, and you might have read about this in the paper, I saw the news, was the municipal health reform bill. Yeah, that was something. That was something. That was... Well, I don't know. It was a really weird thing, and they always call it like State House time, because being a lawyer, I'm used to like, if court starts at this time, if you're assigned to go to court, you get there at that time, or even maybe a little early, just make sure you're ready. Not so much at the State House. So the evening of that piece of legislation being passed, I think we were told, maybe to be back by like 7, and I don't think we actually started talking and voting on the bill till 11 o'clock at night, which I now later, like you reading the papers, found out that there was definitely just a huge delay tactic with the hope that they could kind of clean the building out a little before they did the voting to minimize sort of the hostility after the vote took place. What we actually did, it was kind of an interesting thing. The Republicans actually did not cast their vote literally until there was like 2 seconds left, because we wanted to make sure that, we don't mind saying we supported it, but we wanted to make sure that it didn't get written up in the paper that we, railroaded this thing in. We waited until there were enough votes to win without us, and then we threw our vote in, so that it already had actually passed. But part of the reason for that is just to have them, stand on their own 2 feet and say, you know what, we knew this was the best for the cities and towns, and so that's what we did. And unfortunately, I think it's going to, cost some people maybe in their constituent areas. And I know I had been approached by at least one municipal union in our district, but and they said, well, why do you want? I said, I don't want to do it. I mean, nobody wants to do it. It's not something that you think, God, that would be so fun to take this away, this collective bargaining. Nobody wants to do it. Problem is, there just is not the money to do it any longer. And the program is designed a little bit differently than it was originally put forward. And what it does is it does give them the ability to do some collective bargaining. And then there are parameters that if after the 30-day period you have not come up with a decision, then the plan design that's chosen by the leadership body of the town or the school district has to make the decision. But they do give back to the, you probably already know all this, but they do give back to the bargaining units 20% in that case, I believe, of the money saved in that first year. They give that a little kickback, but
basically